Guys, so I just got done with the reading and I wanted to talk to you about something, and that is I have heard many people say that witchcraft or a lot of negativity that's manifesting the same way as witchcraft cannot be diagnosed or assessed through tarot cards, and that is extremely incorrect. Of course, it depends on who you go to and how they read their cards and what they're qualified to do and what their knowledge is. But I wanted to show you guys some cards that, depending on the situation, how they're read, and the surrounding cards, could mean witchcraft or negativity and different types of it. Okay, I have seen it come up in many readings lately. There's just brujeria being thrown around left and right. It's just how the world is right now. But for example, and I have to give my disclaimer, just because any of these cards come up, that does not always indicate brujeria, okay? Use your intuition, use your knowledge. Everyone has a different relationship with the cards, and each card is going to mean something different to a different person to a certain extent, okay? But I just wanted to give you guys some examples on how I read cards. So if a lot of these cards came up all at once or all together, that would be a red flag to me, okay? First, we have Eight of Swords. Very straightforward. This can be binding work. This can also be an amare, a love binding of some sort, trying to keep you isolated. It can also mean negativity, trying to keep you stuck and tied up and stagnant. Okay, pretty straightforward, right? The Tower, again, just trying to make your life fall apart, trying to destroy, sending the energy of destruction, in a lot of different ways. Chaos also, things like that. This can indicate breakup spells, separate, unwanted. It can also mean unrequited, like love spells, like someone doing love work on you that you don't really want or desire. Spiritual attacks disrupting your love life, also yourself, anything like that. And how I would read the Emperor in reverse is, this would mean that the brujeria could be coming from a male source or someone with very masculine energy, because the Emperor in reverse is very much toxic masculine. Okay, it's all about excessive control, excessive domination, not wanting to let something go, being too rigid, being too structured, trying to cause delays and blockages, and just, it's a very dense energy. So I would read this as the source could very well be a man, okay? The Moon, lots of secrets, lots of things done behind closed doors. This can also mean attacks in the spiritual realm, in the astral, so when you're sleeping. It can also mean that the work is coming from someone close to you, like a secret enemy, a frenemy type thing. Also, attacks on the subconscious. A lot of the attacks on the subconscious manifest during sleep. Okay, so you might wake up with a headache or feeling like there's something on your head. That's how I read that. Next one, betrayal. You know, unfortunately, a lot of war is between people that used to love each other, or supposedly used to love each other. So it can be someone that you were once close to. This can also, again, mean breakup spells. Very rarely do attacks come from a stranger type energy. Okay. And I am not scared of brujeria, nor am I encouraging you guys to be scared of it. It's just, some people don't have an open mind, and they don't understand that tarot is very much ancestral. It's very much an ancestral gift. These are not just cards, okay? Especially when you're like me and you're clairvoyant, or you are clairaudient. These are just tools. And I divine with them the same way that I divine using other systems, and it works. But there's a lot of hate on tarot, especially from people with an ATR, and it's ridiculous. Next, I'm giving this as an example because this is a feminine card of the suits, right? So you have Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and Queen of Swords. So I would read this as a feminine fire sign. But because it's reversed, this is the negative side, the shadow side of those feminine fiery energies. Very similar to the toxic masculine. Okay, wants too much control, very domineering, wants to overpower you, wants to take you down. Very impulsive, very war hungry, very much too much in her masculine and in her wounded feminine. Okay, so this could also indicate the source of the negativity. Death card, very straightforward. This can mean death spells, but not always. You know, cemetery work, spell work involving muertos, necromancy, different types of things of that nature. Pretty dark. It can also just mean someone wanting to end things for you that aren't really meant to end, trying to intercept your destiny, things like that. Trying to close your roads and doors type thing. 10 of Wands, wanting you to feel overwhelmed, trying to burden you and make your life burdensome, trying to make your energy in your life very dense, very heavy, trying to cause chaos, and just trying to make you feel defeated. The High Priestess in reverse, it can mean a male or a female misusing their spiritual gifts, using their powers not so much for good, and in an imbalanced way. It can be male or female, like I said. Someone who is trying to send monitoring spirits, someone trying to spiritually spy on you, keep tabs on you, doing divination on you, things like that. 5 of Wands, chaos, fight, struggle, chaos magic. Again, very similar to the 10 of Wands, trying to make you carry too much, trying to make everything a struggle for you, just placing a lot of unnecessary and unnatural obstacles in your path. The Magician in reverse, negative magic, negative sorcery, necromancy, being used to try to hurt people, the negative side of manifesting, basically. And this can also mean they're trying to manipulate the elements against you. Ace of Cups in reverse, someone or something trying to turn your life upside down or essentially attack your water energy, trying to dry your life out, trying to take those watery blessings that we all love, especially when it comes to love and prosperity, things like that. Or trying, it can go either way. It can mean trying to dry your life out, or it can mean trying to flood your life and basically overpower your life with water, because either way, it can cause negativity, right? This is another one that I would read as a possible source of the negativity. Queen of Cups in reverse. Again, the shadow side of the water sign, the feminine. Very manipulative, very shysty, very, like, this can also, and this is how I read cards, you guys. And I'm not giving out all my secrets, I'm just giving you guys an insight so you can see how divination can be used, okay? This can also indicate a water sign that's trying to cloak things, okay? Because water signs in our shadow, we can be very, very manipulative. We can be very dark. We can be very malevolent spiritually. And that water, when it's not used for good, can be very destructive. Last one, 5 of Pentacles upright. This is like poverty spells, money binding spells, things trying to stop your finances, stop your income, trying to cause a financial drought in your life, trying to cause obstacles between you and your prosperity, things like that, and just trying to cause poverty and also loneliness in your life, okay? Again, I am not scared of fix, in my opinion. If you know what it can be fixed, okay? And I mean, I'm just so tired of people acting like tarot is low level or it's less superior. And I understand the sentiment because tarot has become very popular and everybody wants to be a tarot reader, and when things get popular like that, they can kind of lose their potency. But at the end of the day, this is a very historical and ancestral way of divining, and it should be respected. And I also believe that if you're going to someone for a reading and it comes out that you have witchcraft on you or on your life, that they should also give you a remedy on how to fix it. Okay? Sometimes it'll be something you can do on your own. Sometimes you might need that practitioner to help you, and sometimes it's a combination of both. Okay? So just make sure if you go to someone and they tell you that you have something on you, that they give you a reasonable fix. Okay? And when I say reasonable, you should not be paying more than $1,000 to fix something. Unless it's some kind of initiation or major ceremony, then that's a little bit different. But just, use common sense. And I charge about $250 for my spiritual baths, and that's for a set of 6. That's 3 for cleansing, 3 for healing and sweetening, and then I also teach you guys how to cleanse and bless your space with what I send you, so you get a pretty good package if this comes up in a reading with me. But I just wanted to tell you guys, yes, it can be used to diagnose spiritual issues.